I will talk about snacks that are good for people with diabetes today. Firstly, people with diabetes need to be very careful about their diet when it comes to eating. Diabetes is incurable without a proper diet plan. Taking diabetes medication only lowers blood sugar levels, but it is not a cure. Therefore, a proper diet plan is really important. You can't eat too much, and you can't eat delicious and oily food, so stress accumulates a lot, right? That's why many people fall into a vicious cycle of snacking. I will tell you about snacks that are helpful for diabetes patients. Wait a moment. By subscribing, hitting the like button, and enabling notifications, you can quickly receive diet and health information. First, let me briefly explain the diabetes diet plan and then talk about snacks. It is forbidden to eat a lot of food at once or eat continuously. You should try to reduce sugar intake as much as possible. Desserts like fruit, bread, cake, and coffee after a meal are absolutely forbidden. Next, you should be careful to consume foods that are high in dietary fiber when you eat. Foods high in dietary fiber prevent blood sugar from rising rapidly. If the food does not contain much dietary fiber, we strongly recommend adding fiber products to healthy functional foods. Next, you should exercise immediately after eating. When you eat, your blood sugar begins to rise rapidly. By doing moderate aerobic exercise at this time, you can control the rise in blood sugar. Even if it's not a full meal, if you eat something, don't forget to move your body for sure. Lastly, you should drink water frequently. Glucose is a nutrient that should not come out in urine, but if you have high blood sugar, you need to regulate your blood sugar by excreting glucose in urine. If not, the blood will become sticky and cause complications. Drinking water at this time can lower blood sugar and thin the blood so that it can have a double effect. Therefore, we strongly recommend drinking water frequently. I will now talk about diabetes snacks. When you snack, you must eat on an empty stomach. The snacks I'm going to tell you about are helpful for blood sugar control, but be careful not to eat them as a dessert after a meal or too often, as it can actually increase blood sugar levels. Those with diabetes have probably heard the term fasting before. Fasting refers to a state where the stomach is completely empty. When you wake up or after about 3 hours after a meal, you can consider yourself fasting. Eating snacks immediately after a meal can actually raise blood sugar levels, so be careful. Let's take a look at snacks that are helpful for diabetes. The first one is pistachios. According to the American Diabetes Association Journal, eating 57 grams of pistachios daily helped lower blood sugar levels and insulin in diabetes patients. It is particularly excellent in preventing gestational diabetes, making it a helpful food for regulating blood sugar levels in pregnant women. It contains good unsaturated fatty acids for our body, but be careful not to eat too much as it can cause weight gain. The recommended serving is about a handful. When purchasing products sold in stores, it is recommended to choose those without added salt. The second recommended snack is boiled eggs. Protein intake is extremely important for diabetes patients due to muscle growth. Muscle loss occurs rapidly after middle age, so it's important to pay attention to protein intake. The more muscle you have, the more it promotes the metabolism of sugar in the blood, which directly helps to lower blood sugar levels. The reason why protein intake is recommended for those with diabetes or those on a diet is not just because of calorie consumption. Carbohydrates and proteins both have 4 kilocalories of calories per gram, but proteins do not stimulate insulin secretion and require more energy to consume, so they are utilized more for diabetes and dieting. 1 egg contains about 6 grams of protein and almost no carbohydrates, so it helps to lower blood sugar levels and provides a feeling of fullness for about 3 hours. Third snack that is recommended is roasted beans. Black beans are rich in anthocyanin, a powerful antioxidant component found in the peel, and they are also rich in high-quality protein. They are also rich in unsaturated fatty acids, which help with not only cardiovascular disease but also bile secretion, making them highly recommended. And for those who have eaten a lot of beans before, you probably know already that they can easily cause stomach discomfort or diarrhea. Therefore, because of these experiences, you can adjust the amount you eat appropriately. It is strongly recommended for those who suffer from constipation. Roasted beans prevent muscle loss while providing a feeling of fullness and are also helpful for dieting. Roasted beans can be a good health food that you can eat with peace of mind because you don't need to add any seasoning or salt. The fourth snack that is helpful for diabetes is cheese. It contains almost no carbohydrates and is high in protein. It is food with a well-regulated fat content. In addition, cheese contains rich and complete protein, which can also help your health. The fermentation process can also help people with weak stomachs and poor digestion. However, it is better to choose natural cheese with a high natural cheese content rather than processed cheese. Most of the cheese available in stores is processed cheese, and most are made by mixing a small amount of natural cheese. The higher the natural cheese content, the better the cheese and the higher the price. When choosing cheese, don't forget to choose cheese with low salt content. In addition, low-fat, unprocessed cheese can also be a good snack for diabetes. The fifth snack that is helpful for diabetes is roasted chickpeas. 1 cup of chickpeas contains about 15 grams of protein and 13 grams of fiber. Regular consumption can help manage blood sugar levels, and when roasted with oil, they can be a simple and convenient diabetes snack. Have you ever read an article that eggs are not good for diabetes? According to a study by a research team at the University of South Australia, comparing daily egg consumption and the incidence of diabetes from 1991 to 2009, people who eat more than 50 grams of eggs per day are almost 60% more likely to develop diabetes than those who eat less. Perhaps you're talking about this article after seeing it. But in 2016, a Korean research team presented a different result. The risk of metabolic syndrome in men and women who ate eggs more than 3 times a week was 54% and 46% lower than those who didn't eat eggs at all, respectively. Metabolic syndrome refers to the pre-stage that can lead to adult diseases such as diabetes and hyperlipidemia. The fats, proteins, and antioxidants such as lecithin found in eggs are said to improve insulin sensitivity. As always, it is not good to consume too much of anything just because it is good for the body. The same goes for eggs. While appropriate egg consumption can be helpful for health, it is important to avoid excessive consumption. 1 to 2 eggs a day would be appropriate. It is also recommended to eat the yolk, which can be helpful in maintaining health. Many people don't eat the yolk, but it contains more evenly distributed nutrients than the egg white. Some may ask whether it is better to eat eggs boiled or fried. We recommend eating them boiled. Egg white is better digested when fully cooked, while it may be better to eat the yolk raw or not fully cooked. Today, we talked about snacks for people with diabetes. If you have diabetes, you may have heard a lot of talk about what you can or cannot eat, which can be stressful. The information we shared today may be helpful as a snack, so please make good use of it. That's all for today, and I will come back with better information next time. Thank you.